Hello, Radhe Radhe. So today's Vilapa Kusumanjali shlok number 9 and part second. It is starting with the prayer of Sri Narottam Das Thakur. When can I string garlands of Mallika, Malati, Yuthi and different other flowers and hang them around their necks? When will I fill up a golden goblet with camphor and sandalwood pulp and anoint their bodies with these unguents? Oh, when can I see their faces as they lie on the rustic playbed in the Nikunj? So this is the prayer of Sri Narottam Das Thakura. And you know, whenever you see the prayers of these Rasik devotees, whether he is Narottam Das Thakura or he is Sri Raghunath das Goswami ji or Sri Jeev Goswami ji, Sanatan Goswami ji or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji, who is Lord himself, and in fact Krishna's prayer also. Everyone is longing for this rest. Everyone has the desire. Everyone is yearning for the service of Priya Priyatam in the Nikunj. So each and every Rasik devotee's main aim of life is how can I get this service in the Nikunj of my Priya Priyatam. When they are lying on the Rasik bed at the time of playing, or when they are coming outside, or when they are going for the Van Vihar, when they are playing in the Yamuna. So every time these sakhīs and manjaris and kinkris are longing for this rest. So sometimes, you know, when we gathered in this satsang, after satsang, or I would say when we sleep in the night, this is the best time to evaluate our mind that what did I understood from today's satsang? Where is my mind is going? And where is Raghunath Das mind is going? What Sri Haridas Thakura was trying to teach us today? At least if we try to think it, definitely we will go one step up. Definitely it will happen, because we never think that in which direction our mind is going. So at that when we go to bed, at that time we should also one point, okay, you know, bhakti doesn't mean to sit before the altar, taking bath, sitting before the altar and look at Thakurji and just doing so many part and chanting a lot mechanically. This is not bhakti. Bhakti means each and every moment we are keeping Thakurji and Radheji in our mind. Suppose if we are sleeping, at that time we should also evaluate at this sleeping time where is my mind is going. There is a great devotee, Ram Sukdas Ji Maharaj. He used to say, if we feel that Thakurji is sleeping in our heart, if we think it every time when we go to bed, definitely one day we will see very vivid dream. The Thakurji is really sleeping in our heart. Because when we go to sleep, the memories takes place in our heart. What is our last thought? It always come in our mind. So we should always think when we go to bed that, oh Thakurji, I am going to bed so that I can see you in my dream. Or we can think, okay, if I go to bed early so that I can get up early in the morning in the Brahma Muhurt so that I can do Rup Dhyan of your Leela. So all this time when we are sleeping for 6 hours, this time will also count in the bhakti. So as our heart gets pure, naturally these types of prayer will also take place in our heart. One day we will naturally say, oh Thakurji, when can I see you? Na? When you will come to meet me? You are coming to everyone. Na? You are coming to Narottam Das Ji, you are coming to Raghunath Das Ji, but when will you come to me? This will definitely come one day as our Rup Dhyan goes deeper. Now here, The Manjaris never want just Krishna. They don't even think of Krishna's bodily association in their dreams. When Krishna pulls at Sri Rupa Manjari's bodies, she hisses like a trampled down snake, saying, "Oh Krishna, shame on you. Don't you know who I am? I can give my life, but I cannot give you my body to you." Why? Because this body I have offered to Sri Radheju. Then Thakurji will beg forgiveness with folded hands, and no one but the Kinkaris are so loyal to Sri Radheju. So beautifully described in our previous verses. I think maybe you also remember when one Manjari was plucking the flower, there Thakurji reached, and Thakurji says, "Oh, beautiful girl, listen to me. Make your butt successful with having fun with me in one Nikunj." And she said, "No, I feel more pleasure when I get the witnessing you playing with my Radheji in the Nikunj bed." And Thakurji is so much astonished to see that no one can understand, no one will knew that she got my company. Still, she is rejecting me. She is so much loyal to Radheju. Many times Radheju also says by her to her Kinkaris, "Okay, you go and have union with Thakurji." They always deny. And Radheju laughs at that time. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he is very much famous when he used to write his books and when it was raining heavily in the Vrindavan and he was writing book. At that time, the rain could not touch him and his books. He was such a great saint. He was Siddha Mahapurush actually. So he also write in Anand Bhakti, I think his name is Anand Chandrika, yes. Beautiful commentary he wrote. And he says, there is a shlok. 1 second. Toya Saha Sang Sang Sukhad Api Jala. Means Kinkaris are saying, I relish more pleasure. Oh Krishna, listen it very carefully. I relish more pleasure in witnessing your sports with my Swamini Radheju in the Nikunj. Through the halls, when I saw you, I become very much pleased. Personally, enjoying with you is not a great moment for me. In the comparison to it, that if I can meet you personally, it will not give me a little bit of joy. But when I see you that you are playing with my Swaminiju, I will I will feel that I'm sinking in the ocean of nectar. I will feel like sinking in the ocean of bliss. So please you do not touch me because I am completely loyal to my Radheju. The prayer in this verse was offered while remembering the pastime described in the previous verse. Sri Raghunath Das feels indescribably attracted to the red leg of Srimati Ji's lotus feet. And he say, "Oh Devi, this person has died from the bite of black snake of not seeing you, and the leg that anoints your lotus feet is only elixir that can revive me. Show me these leg anointed lotus feet just one." He says, "Mritam Janam, this person is dead." But we are seeing that if this person is dead, that how he can speak. So Rupa Raghunath Das is saying that my Sarupa wish, that Sarupa is going to die. So you give me the darshan of your lotus feet so I can revive. I means here that Tulsi form, that Sarupa wish. Sri Anand Gopal Goswami first mentioned this word, this spiritual death. Because who is enjoying? Raghunath Das ji is not enjoying his Sarupa Vesh as Tulsi Manjari. He is enjoying. Later we will also discuss, when we do Roop Dhyan or līlā-smaraṇ, our bodily consciousness should not be there. If it is present there, we will think so many material things, definitely. So always keep two things. This is our sadhak-deha as Pratibha, but in the Nikunj, I am like the Sakhi of Radheju. Okay, so you also feel like the Kinkri of Radheju or the Sakhi of Radheju. So that Sarupa Vesh becomes healthy when you do the bhajan. Okay, you know, this human body gets healthy when we eat healthy food. But our soul, our Sarupa Vesh becomes healthy when we eat this, you know, when we do sadhana, intense sadhana, when we chant more, when we do Roop Dhyan more, then it becomes very much pushed. You know, it becomes very much healthy. That's Sarupa Vesh. So here Raghunath Das ji is saying that I am going to, this person is going to dying. It means this Siddha Swarup is going to dying. This is the spiritual death, not the death of this physical body. But this direct connection with Shri Radheju is not there. And what else that can be for a surrendered maid servant than death? What a wonderful savor there is in this death, which is Sanchari Bhav, a particular wave in the ocean of prem. These type of Sanchari Bhavs comes, rise and sink in our heart. You know, there are two types of Bhav. One is Sthai and another is Sanchari Bhav. Sthai Bhav means permanent Bhav. All the Rasik devotees have the Sthai Bhav, prem, love. This is the Sthai Bhav. So Sthai Bhav grows slowly, gradually, but it remains for a long time or for lifetime. All the Rasik devotees have this bhav, sthai bhav, and it remains for their whole life. Okay, but this sanchari bhav comes like the waves in the ocean. When you have the prem with Thakurji and Kishoriji, what type of sanchari bhavs comes? Doubt, anger, completely helpless. You know why this come? You know, I think you have listened many Hari Katha that devotee gets angry with Thakurji. Why are you not giving me your darshan? So this is Sanchari Bhav, which appears quickly and disappears quickly. And sometimes doubt comes. Oh, I am eligible for this post as Manjari. Am I really eligible? So Raghunath Das ji has this doubt that I am touchable to Radheju, or because in the previous verse he was saying Kapi Dasi, that I am your Dasi. She is reminding to Radheju because she has this thing, this Sanchari Bhav in his mind, that maybe Radheju has forget or I am not eligible to do service of Radheju. So these Sanchari Bhav appears due to the excess of love. So it is saying Sanchari Bhavs are like the waves that rise and sink in the nectar ocean of Sthai Bhav, permanent mode, increasing it and then merging into it again. These words are spoken in the Sarupa Vesh. Death is the final stage of transcendental loving ecstasy. So the death is spoken of here is not a physical death, but a spiritual death. The soul is a maid servant of Radheju. Raghunath Sarup is being squeezed, and that feels more miserable than that death. Shri Narottam Das Thakura sings in Rupa Manjari's pad, Tuya Adarshna Ahi Garale Jarla Dehi. O Radheju, this Deha, this embodied soul, has for long been suffering from the burning poison of not seeing you. This word Dehi indicates that the soul suffers death, not the body. Even a person who died from a snake bite can live. The lack on the sole of your lotus feet is reviving me. You know, sometimes about snake bite, anybody else here in this material world. So any herb which had the medicinal values, properties, if we give to that person, he or she may can revive. But that Rasik devotee who has bitten by the snake of separation, how that Rasik devotee will survive or can be alive again, only by getting the darshan of Radheju's lotus feet, or by the Leela, or by seeing this Vrindavan Dham, or by getting the association of great acharyas. Just as Raghunath Das feels so miserable when he cannot see Sri Radheju's lotus feet, that he feels as if he is dead. The sadhak should also feel the beauty of smaran. I will explain it more after finishing this complete paragraph. So the sadhak also feel the beauty of smaran is only means to survival. So smaran is like Narottam Das Thakura says, Maner Smaran Pran. This is, I think, shlok number 61 in Prem Bhakti Chandrika. So here he is saying, Smaran is the only means of survival. He should also feel that forgetfulness is like death. He should also feel some of his heartache. Tuya Vishmarna Sela Buke. Forgetfulness of you hurts me like a spear in my heart. The nature of bodily consciousness is that it awakens the remembrance of temporary matters and causes one to forget the lotus feet of divine couple. O wicked mind, why don't you stick to this lotus feet all of the time? Why does material existence always come in my heart? May my whole consciousness take you alone so that it will not go anywhere else. The practitioner should anxiously pray like this to Sri Radheju's lotus feet. They can learn this from Mahavani, the great words of Sri Raghunath das Goswami ji. Now listen please very carefully. The devotee who is fixed in smaran should forget his own sense of doership in the practice of smaran. He should no longer be able to think, I am doing smaran. In his Siddha Sarupa, the devotee experiences that he is close to his favorite deity. How blissful is to be close to Sri Radheju's lotus feet, even in Smaran. Okay, so while practicing Leela Roop Dhyan or Līlā-smaraṇ, this is one thing. So while practicing Roop Dhyan or Smaran, because we have not reached up to that high level, so I would say that before, in the beginning, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it will be in our mind, okay, someone is outside, this voice is coming, that voice is coming, someone is calling me, or I am Pratibha, means there is a awareness of this body. But slowly, as we enter in the Leela, we forget it. When we relish the taste of Leela, when we go more deeper in the Roop Dhyan, then bodily awareness goes very quickly. But at that time, when we relish the ras once, we should never think that I am doing Smaran. I am the one who is doing. No, it always happens. This name, while chanting the name of Thakurji and while doing the Roop Dhyan, we should never think that I am the doer. I am doing it. Okay. So, I just tell you very beautiful story of Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj, who was living in Govardhan. So one devotee came to him, Baba, you give me some teaching. So Baba says, okay, you tell me what you do in your daily routine. He said, Baba, I chant 16 rounds, then I do parikrama, then I take bath in Mansi Ganga, then I offer food. Every time he said, I am doing, and he was never like grateful to Thakurji and Radheju. So whenever we say, always tell, it should not be tell by the words, by our mouth. We should feel it that by the mercy of Radheju, I could chant. By the mercy of Radheju, I could do Līlā-smaraṇ today. And if there is any fault, it is my fault. Any good deed we are doing, it is definitely from by the mercy of Radheju and Thakurji. And if we did anything wrong, it is the fault of a jeev. So Krishna Das Babaji says, so if you are doing so many things, then you must be feeling so much bliss inside. He said, I never felt it. I never cry. I do not feel any taste. I do not know why I am doing it. Then Krishna das Babaji said, because you are feeling that you are doing. You are not feeling that mercy. So this is the lesson for all of us. Now I tell you about Sri Krishna das Babaji Maharaj routine. Every day he used to do name chanting of Hare Krishna or Radha Radha. Normally here in the saints of this, they say Radhe Radhe Radhe. And also they chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This Maha Mantra, same thing. Okay, so there is no difference. So the Baba was, this is the routine that Baba used to chant name, and he goes very quickly in the līlā-smaraṇ. So one day his bhajan kutia was closed from the outside, and suddenly so many Brajvasi people came there, and his disciple was also standing there. For 3-4 hours, Baba was inside the bhajan kuti, and after 4 hours, when Baba comes outside, Baba say, "What happened? Why all of you are standing here?" He said, Baba, what happened today? You are getting so much color on your white, because Baba used to wear white color dhoti. Baba, so much color in your body. First you answer us, how did you get so much color? And Baba say, actually, nothing, by mercy of my Swamini ji. She asked me to enter in the holy festival Leela. And Baba became quiet and he could not say anything. And Baba was looking very sad. Then this man asked Baba, but Baba said, but why all of you are here? He said, Baba, we felt something very phenomenal, very amazing fragrance, perfume. So how it is coming from your bhajan kuti? Now Baba revealed his story, and first of all, Baba cried a lot, and Baba said, you do not know how much I'm not eligible for my Swaminiji service, you know. When Radheji asked me to enter in the holy festival Leela, I saw that there are many sakhīs in Thakurji's side, and another side there are also many sakhīs and tinkaries, and I was also there in my Radheji side. And Thakurji, and you know, the all the sakhīs who are from Thakurji side, they are so clever that they were stealing our buckets full of color. And now Saminiji could not do anything. She was only laughing, and we were trying to pull our bucket, but they steal all the buckets somehow. And Thakurji was laughing, and you know, first of all, Thakurji was splashing with keeping the this water color in her hands and in her palms, and he was splashing on our Radheju. And somehow Radheju was trying to escape from this water, but suddenly Thakurji took a bucket full of watercolor and pour over my Swamiji. And again he was doing it. At that time, my Swaminiji look at me and she says, oh Krishna Manjari, what are you doing? Just bring some watercolor. And she says, Swaminiji, everything they have stolen. So what I do, and I was so helpless at that time. Then Swamiji said, no worries, you bring that bottle which I gave you yesterday, that bottle full of itra. Itra is a liquid perfume, very much scented. It is called scent also. A liquid, that bottle you bring. And you know, I was so much excited that Radheju only selected me in such a big group. She selected only me. And I ran towards that bottle and I took that bottle in my hand. It is made of glass, and I took that bottle in my hand and I was going very fast towards my Radheju. And at that time, Thakurji put his lotus feet ahead me and I fall down and this bottle was broken. That's why all of you are getting this perfume and I could not do service. And when I fall down on the floor in the Nikunj, at that time Radheju comes quickly and she said, no, 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 do not worry, my Manjari. And she embraces me. And I say, Swamini, I'm so sorry, I cannot do this seva. Then Thakurji took all the color and he put in my hairs, and Radheji also anoint with me so much watercolor. They both, and it was my punishment. It was as a punishment, they both drenched me with lot of water. And he started crying and he went in the bhajan kuti again and he closed the door. So this is called the smaran, Leela Smaran. This is called the mercy of Radheju. Every time Krishna das Babaji was feeling that he is not doing līlā-smaraṇ, only Radheju asked me to enter, and Radheju was asking me to this. So the devotee or the aspirant devotee or the practitioner should never have this ego that I can do it very easily. If we will catch Radheju, if we will catch the lotus feet of Radheju, then you look how does it go very smoothly and nicely. So at that time, that devotee feels so much closeness with the Priya Priyatam, with the Kishore Kishori, so much closeness. So that's why it is written in the Siddha Swarup, the devotee experience that he is very close to his favorite deity. How blissful is to be too close to Sri Radheju's lotus feet, even in Smaran. Sri Raghunath das Goswami ji is an eternal associate of Lord, so his experiences and his bliss are more vivid than anything. His mind only relishes the remembrance of Sri Radheju. How wonderful is the splendor of her toenails. It is very famous about the toenails of Radheju. It is said by the Rasik devotees, in the moon, there is so much beauty in the moon. It glows so much, na? It brights white color, very soothing also. So it is said by the Rasik devotees, if we crush millions of moons and we take the essence of millions of moons, if we take the essence, that will also look very faint before the beauty, before the radiant of Radheju's toenail. So very beautiful is Radheju toenails. So what I imagine about her divine body. So how can Madhusudan Krishna survive without relishing the honey from such lotus feet? Sri Raghunath Das Ji is the maid servant of Shri, whose foot-like colors Shyam's curly locks. Thakurji himself cannot apply this foot-like on Swaminiji's lotus feet. All his limbs are overwhelmed by loving ecstasy, and his eyes are filled with tears of love. Swaminiji says, "Oh Shyam Sundar, you do not know how to put my foot-like on. Tulsi, you come here." This is Radheju is so merciful that she is giving services. She is taking service from Thakurji and giving it to the Manjari. Tulsi Manjari, you come here, you do it. But when Tulsi stretches out her hands, she does not see or feel anything. When the transcendental vision disappears, she starts lamenting once more, "Oh my Radheju, please reviving me by showing your lotus feet." So here, this verse is over. This shloka number 9 is over. So we should also desire, wish for this verse to our Swaminiji.
Guru